then I was getting my friends who were into Pittsburgh all upset. I called the quarterback like a rapist or something. Was he accused of rape?
He was accused not of rape, but of just, lewd behavior, having sex with women.
I think it was, they started out with maybe it was rape and they couldn't prove it. So they called it sexual assault and they never pressed charges.
Yes, but
he was never charged with anything.
All you have to do is text one of your Pittsburgh friends and say, hey, what's that rapist doing dancing in the end zone? And then they get crazy. He was not accused. He was accused. He was innocent of all charges.
Right, that's what you get back. There were no charges.
Yeah, right. It's just funny.
Why were they talking about it in the first place?
Right.
I was talking about this on Wrap Up last week. Jackson wanted to buy a shirt. His name is Roethlisberger. So there's a shirt. It said Mark Rapistberger.
Right.
And on the front it says, throwing picks, molesting chicks or something like that. And I said, no, you can't buy it. I said, you're going to go to school. You're going to get in trouble. He's like, no, it's funny. I'm like, no, it's rapist and funny.
It's not that funny. Not in school.
Wear it around the house.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let him get it. He got really mad.
Yeah. Well, hey, you being a parent, Sometimes you got to say no.
But, the story with Roethlisberger was that he went to a bar. This isn't the first time he's had issues, but he went to a bar.
Yeah.
And the guy, his bodyguard friend got this chick and threw her in the bathroom, and apparently she was so drunk she didn't know what she was doing. He fucked her in the bathroom, and then, it's her word against his word whether it was consensual,
Right. So they didn't file charges.
And nobody could figure it out, but the DA wanted to file charges. He said he just never had proof.
Yeah.
And it happened twice. Wasn't there 2 different incidents?
I think so.
Yeah.
So you didn't get Lucas the Rapistberger?
Jackson wanted it.
Jackson wanted it. So get him the I Love Bukkake T-shirt. Make a compromise. Let him wear that to school. I heart Bukkake.
I'll tell you, it was a real fight. He goes, I can't believe you won't let me get the shirt. I'm like, dude, you can't be walking around high school with a rape shirt.
No, they would suspend him for that.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you'd make the papers, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, Baba Booey's son walking around with that. That would not be good. Good, you did the right thing. Yeah, all you got to do is mention rape or rapist, and your friends get all pissed off. But anyway, so we sat around, we watched the game, and then, at the half, I said to Beth, we can go to bed because the Jets will never come back. But I was glad I stayed tuned because they kind of had a little comeback. And
yeah, I was just tweaking people, and I said, it's going to be the Jets in the second half. Nothing but Jets.
Well.
People were screaming and carrying on. But it was true. The Steelers didn't score again. They just, the Jets didn't score enough.
I was really for the Jets. Again, I didn't watch all season, but I become a Jet fan later in the season.
Well, you watched a little bit of the Packers game, and you saw all of the Jets game. So who's going to win the Super Bowl between the Packers and the Steelers? The Steelers look like the toughest team on earth.
I would say the Steelers, based on what I saw. Again, I have very limited vision because
those guys are mean and big and fast.
I haven't watched all season, but boy, those Steelers look tough.
Yeah.
Although they fell apart a bit in the second half, but they came back. Anyway, who cares, right? What are you going to do? You know what? I'm happy because Beth's whole family is such Steelers. They're like Steelers fanatics.
Right. So this is good for them.
They went to every game when she was growing up, and father's into it. They're all excited because I got them tickets to see the Super Bowl, and now it's going to be a Steelers Super Bowl.
They're going to Texas?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, her dad and her 2 brothers.
Uh-huh.
They get to go. But we'll see.
Wow, that's nice of you.
Yeah. Well, I had a feeling Pittsburgh would be in it.
Well, like I said, my gambling friend said take Green Bay all the way. So far, he's looking good.
Yeah.
And he didn't even make the bet.
They said Green Bay to win the Super Bowl.
Well, he said it's not like a pick. He just had this feeling that Green Bay was going all the way.
Yeah, I have feelings, too. Big deal. Who knows?
He didn't even bet on his own feelings.
Right. Put your money where your mouth is. I had something weird happen. I get this, like a check for $14 in the mail from some entertainment organization, that pays, like
one of those pay things.
Yeah, like for people who, like I was in a movie, private parts, or if I go on Letterman, they send you out a check. So I get a check and it says my address and everything. It says Howard K. Stern on the envelope. So I thought, well, that's weird, Howard K. Stern.
Right.
I open it up. It's a check for like $14. to Howard K. Stern with my address, and
where's it from?
Something called Entertainment Partner or Entertainment something, and I don't know what it was, but it was for $14, and I'm looking at this. It's not my Social Security number, so it's clearly...
So it's obviously Howard K. Stern.
So I sent it back, but why would they... I mean, who are they, and how did they confuse how do they even have my address? It was just weird. It's such a mystery that I can't figure it out.
Yeah, how did they get that confused?
I need forensic accounting to figure this out. Like, why
his name and Social Security number
with my
your
address? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
That's really weird. So I'm checking into it.
I'm sure he needs every dime that he makes.
Yeah, I mean, but also it's just kind of creepy.
Well, I'm just saying, I hope you're not getting more of his money.
Yeah, right. You know, when I was watching that game yesterday with the Jets, I was thinking about, I read an article somewhere, maybe it was the Times this weekend, but really, you know, everyone, like when the Yankees win a World Series, you know, and they've won an inordinate amount of World Series, everyone starts screaming how New York teams, of course they win because they can the Yankees buy up every single player, and it's New York, and they get everything, and they don't even deserve the win.
We don't have everything.
Well, I'm getting to that point.
Oh.
That we, you know, whenever the Yankees win, it's just like, well, they have all the money, and that's why, so it's not even a real win if the other teams had the money, and blah, 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 blah. And what I was just going to say is, every other team, hockey, basketball, I mean, look at the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks, since Willis Reed was around, and we haven't seen a championship.
I know.
The Knicks, the hockey, the Rangers.
We have the Mets and the Jets who never really come through.
So for being
the Giants just occasionally.
So whenever a New York team wins a championship, they take it away by saying, "Oh, it's New York and they have all the money." And it's like, well, clearly it's not the case. Like, these New York teams should be able to buy the best players.
Right. We should be in the Super Bowl right now. We're not.
It's weird. We should win based on the money issue, we should be the champions of everything every year. So the next time the Yankees or somebody wins a World Series, you can't say it's the money. Right?
Well, the Yankees didn't even win the World Series this year.
There you go.
Sometimes the money doesn't win.
Thursday night, I went over to, Ivan Reitman, the guy who made Private Parts.
Well, I got to do it again just to send myself off on vacation here, right? Here is the original call that we took this morning. It was the first call out of the chutes, and it had to do with the Ben Roethlisberger rape allegations, and let's just say it set the tone for the day. Sometimes your leadoff hitter strikes out in 3 pitches, and it pretty much sets the tone for the next 9 innings, and that's what we had today on the X Morning Show. Here it is one more time by popular request. Hi, 105.9 The X.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on the Super Bowl rapist.
Oh, okay. So that's how we're presenting him now?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the reason probably Disney or ESPN didn't carry the story is because he's supposed to have that show with Shaq on there. That's why they didn't carry it. He's got that show with Shaq.
I think it would be more about their connection with the NFL, don't you?
Well, I mean, it's all Disney, ABC, ESPN.
No, I get it. I get it. But I'm saying I think that that's one episode as opposed to, 16 episodes that he's about to have with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are the defending Super Bowl champions. But I'd like to go back. I'd like to go back to your
opening salvo.
Yeah, your opening qualification, just referring to him as the Super Bowl rapist. You're 100% convinced that he's done this.
Oh, yeah, just because Ben's a big jerk and he's just a violent, angry person, and there's tons of evidence of that.
Oh, is there?
Tons of evidence of he's a violent, angry person.
You know the car hit him. He didn't hit the car on the 10th.
No, look at his charity. What's his charity? He buys police dogs for people. What's more violent than helping the police attack innocent people? One of his police dogs, you can laugh, one of his police dogs already attacked and maimed a 12-year-old girl.
And that's his fault, right? Because he donated the money for them to buy a trained police dog.
What's more violent?
Because his father was in law enforcement, right?
What's more violent and angry than the police?
How about Tim after this phone call?
I'm trying to figure out.
Play this that's because you can't play this on the air because you're not allowed.
All right,
Oh,
go
wait,
back.
hold on. Back up. See, you're gonna look really bad on a number of occasions. First of all, we are gonna play this. All right. There's no way you can stop us from playing it. If you drove to the news station right now and sicked a police dog on us, you still couldn't stop us from playing this because I can't wait to hear the reaction from people to what you're saying. But
yeah.
I really do want to analyze where you're coming from on this. Answer for me 2 questions. A, when did you get beaten by a police officer after a DUI? And B, when did Ben Roethlisberger snub you for an autograph?
All right, well, we live in a Nazi police state. The police now get military training. They have armored vehicles, and they wear black ski masks.
I'm shocked that your cell phone is getting good reception.
And you
so
think
can
we're
call
not going to play this phone call?
How is your cell phone getting reception so you can make the phone call from the bunker, sir?
That's right. It should have cut out. I mean, the police state should have cut that, intercepted this call and cut it out already.
So the police aren't violent. The police aren't killing and attacking innocent people. They carry electrocution devices and electrocute people on a daily basis.
Damn right they do.
Yes, they do.
And thank God for that.
And I hope you're next.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. I didn't do anything. Ow! 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 Ow!
And to top off the show, I do have a tasing-related item for Kill Whip Show, which is next on 105.9 The X.